We are live on the red carpet for music's biggest night, the 62nd Grammy Awards. We are here with a very important person tonight, the one and only BillieEilish, Smokey Robinson,
Tank and the Bangers are here.
BTS, Rosalía, BB Rexa,
Little Big Town.
Diplo, Blake Shelton, and Gwen Stefani with me right now.
You guys, I got to come to the Grammys with Blake Shelton. Shelton.
Ah.
Get it?
Was this inspired by the syllable?
I can hear the ocean in
Yes,
there.
here.
I can hear the ocean.
Blake has been gathering shells over the last 4 years since we met, and
I saw him out there with that metal detector as well, looking for rings in the sand.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
it's actually Dolce & Gabbana.
Beautiful.
But they did use some of the shells that Blake collected for me over the years.
Now, I don't know whether to believe that or not. Is that true?
Of course, man.
Can you pick out the shell you collected?
Well, I found actually some of these still have creatures in them.
Okay.
And we didn't have time to clean them all out perfectly. We were in a hurry.
Tell me about the choice to go green tonight.
I mean, that's always the move for me lately, clearly.
Yeah?
This is all Gucci, custom.
No, you're kidding.
Yeah, even this. Look, ooh,
The Gucci nails.
Gucci nails.
Now, was this always part of the ensemble, or was this an add-on?
This was an add-on. A couple weeks ago, I was like, I gotta do
Gotta do it.
I gotta do it.
Just look at this shot. This kind of says it all about...
Grammy winner shot. We already won, you know?
Yeah.
We got to collect some more out here.
Now, I want to talk about your suit.
This is Versace, and you know it's the all pink.
Now, Billie, that looks like it's your size. Could we get you in that one day?
I'm wearing hillbilly. he had the exact same thing on earlier, so he had to change.
I can't help but notice your fingernails as you're talking. What is the history or story behind those fingernails?
I wanted to prepare something special for the performance, and that it's really shiny.
You were just talking about your ensemble tonight. Tell me about it.
I'm just trying to make sure, they stay in. Yeah, everything is good. Christian Cohen designed it with me, so I love it very much. I feel like a strong woman.
You do.
You know,
You are a strong woman.
I feel like I can go to the boardroom with you right now.
What does it mean to be at the Grammys? You grew up not far from here, walking down this carpet going into the Staples Center tonight.
It's so funny you ask. I literally 2 minutes before I was up here, I was like, I feel like a fan was let in. Like I feel like I'm a fan. Like I feel like they accidentally was like, oh shoot, like we didn't mean to let her in. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm not supposed to be here. So weird. Life is weird. The main thing I've learned is like I have no clue what to expect at all. Like everything is what I think it's not gonna be. So
What will it be like tonight to perform together, to look into each other's eyes and be singing on Grammy night?
We do that all the time. I mean, we sing at the house. Music is such a part of just our everyday life anyway, together. And so performing here, it's the Grammys, so you're nervous about that, but the actual performing together part is just what we do.
Blake was doing Olivia Newton-John during the commercial break. Just so you know.
You better get that cleared.
Yeah, it's my first Grammy.
Well, deservingly.
Thank you. I've got to thank this young man right here, for
you.
being a visionary and looking at music as there are no walls.
And what was your visionary?
My vision. I just playing. My vision was to bring these two genres together, and it worked out much better than I even expected. So,
Celebrating Song of the Year. Congratulations.
Yeah, the nomination. Yeah. Woohoo!
Congratulations. Now you've been active on social media talking about how you're going to pose, how you're going to walk the red carpet, things that you've been preparing for. So it seems like you've been having fun with this nomination.
Listen, it's never going to happen again, Ryan.
Yeah.
After this, the career is all downhill from here. You know how it is.
No, it's not true. You described it as having chicken parm, laying on the couch, watching Game of Thrones. That being the feeling?
Yeah, a big bloated boy.
Yeah.
Big bloated with love. Do you know what I mean? Bloated with gratitude and a Grammy nomination.
I'm so nervous right now. Being here with you, you look so beautiful.
Well, so do you two.
Awesome. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you guys. And if you're nervous about this, what are you going to feel inside when they get to your categories?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm feeling very nervous right now.
Yeah.
Like this was, we've been through here one more time.
Yeah.
Last year, and we won one last year, so that was like a little pressure off coming into it. But you still, we're here in this moment, and I'm just as nervous.
I think it's like when you put, you know what I mean? You get the parm, you get the chicken, the cheese. What else is in a chicken parm?
How does it change the course? I mean, truly, from the inside for you guys, how does it change your course once you win one?
Changed our lives last year, man. I think a big part of it was the performance, too. Speaking of nervous, I could literally hear my heart beating through the microphone. Get on there, get on there. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
An explosion in your mouth.
Yeah.
A flavour. An explosion of flavour in your mouth.
You're nominated tonight for the Daughters, and Karen, your vocals in the Daughters actually brought you to tears. What was going through your mind and your heart when you were recording it?
You know, just like wanting to capture that emotion that we need champions for little girls. We still need them. Every day we still talk about equality, equal pay, equal play, and we want this next generation to grow up with that confidence that, you know, they can do anything. There's no ceiling to their dreams.
You guys are celebrating tonight.
Yes, we are.
Best New Artist nomination. What does this mean to you?
It's a lot. It's surreal. We're super grateful. I mean, man, and we're here.
Oh my God, I'm very overwhelmed, very excited, and very poised, of course.
You are very poised.
Oh my God.
First time at the Grammys.
Very first time, man. This is our first time doing this whole experience. We've been out here all week, so it's really exciting. We're really excited to see what's going to happen tonight and everything, man. It's really humbling, so yeah.
Where are you getting your inspiration these days?
Honestly, being in my feelings. Been an emotional girl, and writing down everything that I feel, even when it's not the most positive thoughts, and when they are the positive thoughts, just keeping a journal of it. Then I go in the studio and I make it a melody.
How are you feeling tonight?
I'm having so much fun. I sort of feel like today's my wedding. Like, I just feel so special. I put my dress on, I started crying. Like, I kind of just can't believe I'm here. So I'm getting married to music today. I'm very excited. But it's crazy to hear those names. I mean, I've been watching the Grammys since I was a kid, and it's just so surreal to be here. I just had this crazy moment of alignment and sort of have been making music and on tour since then. So this is sort of the last road, and that song Alaska is about, you know, it's about a hiking trip that I took in 2013, and today I'm wearing a vintage Chanel dress from 2013. So I feel like I'm still telling this sort of full circle story.
You are working on a new album. How far along are you?
Oh man, I have all the track lists. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that, but
You can. Yes, you should. Anything you shouldn't say, you should.
Okay, well, I have the track listing, and it's really exciting. I'm about to pick my next single. The album is about a lot of my insecurities and fears. So it's like every song has to do with an insecurity that I have, because I feel like people can relate to that.
Is it autobiographical? Is it about your life, or?
Yeah, I talk about everything. I talk about, you know, I'm bipolar, and I've been very honest about mental health. So I talk about that, but it's in a pop song, so you can't tell. And I talk about my relationships, like super deep stuff.
Best New Artist nominee as well. Actually making history in that category too.
Yeah, it's crazy because I think that it's the first time, right, that an artist who sings in Spanish,
Who sings it almost entirely in Spanish, was nominated in that category.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful. I think that music, if it has soul, it doesn't matter which language you're using, right? And I think that also it means that people is more open to receive different proposals, that it doesn't matter the language, and people is open to receive other cultures, and I think that's great.
What does it mean to be in that group of comics?
I won't lie, it's been surreal. Every single moment of it has been surreal. To be with Dave Chappelle, Ellen DeGeneres, Aziz Ansari, Jim Gaffigan, you're with, you know, mentors, peers, friends, and legends, and you're in the category with them. And for me, that's really wild. And today, more than many days, I'm remembering to enjoy it all. Take it in, enjoy it. You know, I phoned friends, I spent time. It's just, you forget. You forget.
And it goes fast.
It does, and you forget to be grateful sometimes. So for me, today is all about just being present.
So many people thinking about this sad news today. Kobe Bryant, his daughter aboard that helicopter. What was your reaction when you found out?
I mean, it was, I didn't believe it at first. I still don't believe it. It's devastating, it's sad. I can't imagine losing one of my children or a father or a family member. And he was so young, my age, 41, and he had so much more to do. And to be here at Staples right now, and to look up, you see his jersey up there, you just feel the energy, because we're doing the Grammys right here, but you know, 82 games a year they're playing in the stadium, and it's like, in this arena, and Kobe brought this energy to Los Angeles for 20 years. Someone like that, he transcends iconic, so he's gonna live forever. I mean, I think he's gonna be around forever. I think in this building you have so much creative energy, and even an athlete like him, that's a creative genius. So he's one of us.
It is a very difficult day today.
Very solemn day, man. No question about it. I mean, I hate that it had to happen on a day when we're celebrating, you know, we're here, we're celebrating music and all that, and then here this comes. Horrible.
What do you think about tonight as you walk through those doors?
Well, I just hope that we can celebrate and that we that everybody can be, and I know it's going to be somber somewhat, but I just want us to celebrate. That's what we had planned before any of this happened. We were going to come tonight, have some fun, celebrate, and have a good time, and just kind of put a damper on it. And especially for people who knew Kobe, I knew Kobe, and to think of the peril of him being there with his daughter. I mean, that as a dad, and there's nothing you can do. It's rough, but we're gonna have a good time.
Oh my gosh, I mean, honestly, Kobe inspires me and kind of gives me motivation because of his drive and how hard he works, and I kind of want to channel that same energy. Like, everybody knows Kobe for how hard he works, and I just really look up to that, so he's a legend.
One of the first tweets I saw this morning was from you about that devastating news we learned about Kobe and his daughter. What were you feeling, and have you processed it yet?
I don't think I've processed anything yet. I don't think anyone has. It's always strange when you feel like you know somebody because of all the moments and the impacts they've had on your life. And I think that's what a lot of people are going through with the news about Kobe Bryant and his daughter and the other people who were involved in the crash. And it's one of those experiences where you can feel it. You can feel it in everyone's walking in. We're celebrating each other today, but at the same time, it feels like now the entire Staples is going to be celebrating somebody who just strove for excellence, someone who inspired others to be the best they could be.
It's incredibly sad, and it's very difficult just to kind of see everything that's going on online as well. I feel like everybody in LA is up on their feet, and it's really upsetting.
We're doing a tribute for Nipsey Hussle, and we're also going to pay homage and show love to Kobe Bryant and his daughter, Giuliana. The news is devastating. It's hard to even
talk
about it, even just to celebrate.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do is we're going to uplift the spirits and pay homage and show love, because like Nipsey would say, the marathon continues.
In these situations, I'm doing my best to just give it to the Creator and just try to spread the joy that we can have, and think about the positive things and send as much love to his family as
Absolutely.
We all feel it in our own way, but his family and his loved ones feel it in another way. But I'm just giving it to God, and hopefully today we can celebrate through music and different things, but it's nothing that can take away what life is. And I just want to say God bless his soul and his daughter and everyone who was on the helicopter, man. It just make you think about people in the world. And, man, we love him.
And you're doing a mashup of Old Town Road.
Yeah, we're working on...
I just saw you say hi to Billie and Lil Nas.
We're going to all perform together, my remix, and have a little vibe out there.
Who are you excited to see? Who do you think is so deserving of the honors?
Well, Ryan, when I come to these, man, I am proud of all of the nominees. There are millions of artists in the world, man. And if you're among those who get nominated for a Grammy, that's special. So I'm happy for all of them. And whoever wins, so be it. But they've all done a great job, even to be nominated.
Thinking about your success over the last couple of years, 10 nominations here at the Grammys. What does that mean to you?
It's insane. It feels like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm really, really grateful. I just love music so much, and to be recognized for it is just exciting, and it's amazing, and I'm happy to be here.
Which direction are you going with this next song?
I just fuse a lot of things together, so I think it's the similar fusing elements together. But I love being challenged, and just reaching for different things.
And you get a chance to go back to Vegas and do some shows too.
Yeah, we've done a few down there. We did 4 shows in January. Had a blast going back in April.
What'd you discover by being in the same place for a handful of shows that you can do differently?
The funny thing is the audience is always different from night to night. So
Did you try to read them when you first come out to see where they are?
Yeah, and our show's malleable, so I can make quarterback calls in the moment.
You've been here before. You're back again, this time on stage to perform. How'd you find out about it?
Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I don't remember, but our label people just told us, because we're not expecting this at all, because there are rules, like if you're not nominated you can have a performance, so we were not okay, we can't.
You were a little bit bummed, right? We're not going to be up there, and then
we're not going to be there, and then Old Town Road happens thanks to Lil Nas and the Grammys.
Actually, just give us a little preview. Go ahead.
That's a little Last.
Yeah, yeah.
We have some little moves with Last together.
How'd the rehearsal go?
It was okay, but there's some technology thing, and it was kind of like out of order, and we do it over again and again, but it was still fun.
Last year, I had spoken to you before you went in. You had not won. You came out a winner. What do you remember about that night?
Honestly, not much. I think I at that point I was so in such shock that I had to watch my speech back.
Really?
You
don't even remember what we said?
Well, I remember bits of it, but I was in so much shock that I was like, I don't even know what happened. How did we even do that? And so I watched it back.
You have incredible loyal fans around the world. How does that help keep you going?
It's something like we can never get used to. We have this performance in front of 50,000, 60,000. It's still amazing, and they it's all love. It's all about love, and it truly transcends language, races, nationalities, everything.
And you've got a new album coming out end of February, right?
Any words about a new album? Come on, dude.
You will know when you listen to our new album and watch performance that liking BTS was the best decision ever.
What can you tell us about the vibe of the album?
I can't tell the details, but it's gonna be whatever you're expecting. It's gonna be better and harder.
It's mostly in Korean, but some English?
Yes, it's always been Korean actually.
It's all?
Yeah, it's all Korean, but with some little English.
Ballads, upbeat as well?
Ballads, upbeats, everything, every kind.
What is your greatest fear?
Losing, I mean, I don't know, not being good enough, failing, just whatever everybody, not belonging. I know it sounds silly.
I know that feeling.
It sounds silly, but even here today, I'm so excited to see everybody, but you get nervous, We're humans.